Hello, folks, and welcome to your Day Weather Podcast on this Friday, the 20th of September. I'm day weather meteorologist Mark Huer. Is it summer, fall, or both across the western half of the United States? And the answer is both over the next few days. We're going to be looking at unseasonably warm temperatures for today across the Great Basin eastward, cooler than average for the Great Basin westward. Then cool and wet weather develops in the central Rockies and High Plains for Saturday and Sunday. Saturday is the last official day of the summer season, and we start astronomical fall Sunday morning, 6:43 local time, Mountain Daylight Time Zone. Trending nicer again then for most, if not all, of next week across the High Plains westward. Little unsettled though for the High Plains east, as there will be a trough out into the central and northeastern United States. Beginning with a satellite loop with a water vapor image, we have high pressure over Texas, and this clockwise rotation is helping to funnel up some moisture out of the eastern Pacific and Mexico. The orange and yellows are dry air. The blues, whites, and green are moist air. And not only do we have high pressure across Texas, we have a weak jet stream moving out of the southwestern United States into the central Rockies. Our low pressure system that's going to bring a lot of moisture to the central Rockies and High Plains, currently off eastern California, with this elongated trough here across the west, and also another cold front that's going to be working its way out of the northwestern United States and into the central Rockies, all of which will be happening over the next 36 to 48 hours. So here we are this Friday morning. We have the elongated trough across the west. There's that low pressure system and an upper level ridge in the east. This is that high pressure over Texas, helping to bring moisture up out of the Pacific and also Mexico. This low pressure system is going to have trouble moving over the next 24 hours thanks to a split flow. The main northern branch of the jet stream is up towards the Canadian and U.S. border. We have a weak flow here across the southwestern United States, and with this high pressure here over Texas, also high pressure over the northeastern United States, not a lot of movement in the low pressure system. This is by Saturday morning, so 24 hours, and it's only shifted east a few hundred miles. But as we get into late Saturday and Sunday, it's going to start to become part of the northern branch, a little bit of the jet stream, and also going to help to get shifted northward by this low pressure system in southern Saskatchewan, and that's going to pick up some speed. And then by Sunday morning, it's going to be out over northeast Colorado, southwestern Nebraska, and from Saturday through much of Sunday, we're looking at a cool and wet weather pattern across far southeastern Wyoming, much of Colorado, western Kansas, and also southwestern and western Nebraska. Precipitation, well, for the next 24 hours, a little bit of shower and storm activity down here in the desert southwest, some thunderstorms starting to form southern High Plains and eastern Rockies, but not a lot of precipitation here for this Friday across the western United States. However, as we get into Saturday, things really blow up. We're going to be looking at that low pressure system intensifying, moving up into eastern Colorado. It's going to be able to take a better advantage of the moisture moving up out of the Pacific and New Mexico, and we're going to be seeing some good rainfall and high country snowfall throughout Colorado, much of western Kansas, northern Texas Panhandle, northeastern New Mexico, and extreme southeastern Wyoming and the southern Nebraska Panhandle. Really probably going to be from about the I-80 corridor on south that sees the bulk of the precipitation, not only Saturday, but also Sunday. This is the 24-hour precipitation forecast from Saturday or from Sunday morning to Monday morning. You can see that things are starting to shift off to the east. Precipitation amounts also starting to get lighter. And if we add things up for the 72-hour total, we're going to be looking for a half an inch to maybe an inch and a half of moisture across much of this region, and there will be high country snowfall. Snowfall going to be falling down to about 7,500 to 8,000 feet, especially in Colorado, also possibly some of southern Wyoming and the Snowies and Sierra Madres. There could be a foot or more possibly up in the high country of the northern Rockies of Colorado, also the central Rockies. Not expecting snowfall down in the valleys and especially not in the plains, but it will be cold enough for possibly A little bit of frost, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. Here's our temperature anomaly for your Friday to Saturday morning. See, it's cool out in the west. It's warm out here in the high plains and Rockies, as much as 7 to 10 degrees above average for today in the orange and red, and as much as 5 to 10 degrees cooler than average out in the west. And that completely flip-flops as we head into Saturday and Sunday. Here is the temperature anomaly for Sunday, and we can see exactly where that low pressure system is, where all the cool, wet upslope is, and temperatures as much as 10 to 15 degrees below average for highs on Sunday across much of eastern Colorado. So that means readings just in the 50s and 60s. And here's that sharp gradient with the west starting to moderate and turn warmer. And that'll take over next week while this cold pool starts to shift further eastward and up into the northern plains for the beginning of the work week. How about specific temperatures? Coldest time frame looks to be on Sunday morning. There is the possibility of some frost around 6,000 feet and above in southeastern Wyoming. To play it safe in the Cheyenne area, you might want to cover your vegetables and also tender plants to get some more use out of them, as it will be warming up. Above 7,000 feet, certainly a chance of a frost, and then a freeze above about 8,000 feet through the central Rockies as we head into late Saturday night and Sunday. And these temperatures will actually moderate a little bit Sunday night into Monday morning. It does look like Sunday morning will be the coldest here across the western United States. Thanks for watching today. Have a terrific Friday and a great weekend, and we'll talk to you on Monday.